Come in. So you finally managed to get here?
I was not aware that we'd kept you.
Kept me? I sent you over 20 minutes ago.
Well, I think perhaps you've made a mistake.
Yes, I've made a mistake, all right. The mistake I made was never coming to this hotel. What have you been able to find out about my other boot? They were both here when I put them out to be cleaned last night. But nobody knows. Porter, the maid, the boot boy. Nobody in this hotel of yours knows where the other one's gone to. You're the manager. Perhaps you'll be good enough to tell me just what you do with all your boots.
I'm a few minutes late, I'm afraid. Those confounded horse buses. However, I see you both made each other's acquaintance, so we might as well get down to business, eh?
We have not yet been given an opportunity to introduce ourselves.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Please let me. Sir Henry, let me introduce Mr. Sherlock Holmes, Dr. Watson, Sir Henry Baskerville.
I'm afraid you're a little late, Mortimer. I've already managed to make quite a fool of myself. Gentlemen, I must ask you to accept my apologies. Dr. Watson, Mr. Holmes.
How do you do?
Very glad to meet you both. I'm sorry if I've embarrassed you.
Please say no more about it. It was quite understandable.
Yes, indeed. I hope that the missing boot will turn up very soon.
So do I. I can understand somebody wanting to steal a pair of boots, but one... Well, there it is. Please sit down, gentlemen.
Oh, thank you.
Now, Mr. Holmes.
Dr. Mortimer has no doubt explained why he's asked us to come here.
He has, and I may as well tell you, I consider him to have been somewhat hasty in asking for your advice.
Oh, I'm sure it was only to protect your interests. He has told you of the legend of the Hound of the Baskervilles.
Yes, but I don't attach any importance to that sort of old wives' tale.
A man after my own heart. You intend to go down to Devonshire and live at Baskerville Hall?
I've already come a very long way, Mr. Holmes, to do exactly that, and nothing is going to stop me. You can understand that, surely.
I can indeed. The estate must be worth a vast amount of money. Exactly how much, Dr. Mortimer? You will forgive me if I ask what may seem a very personal question.
Of course.
Well?
Well, when everything's settled up, I suppose close on £1 million.
Did anyone else benefit under Sir Charles's will?
Yes. He left the Barrymores £1,000, which I thought was rather too generous. And I myself received something.
How much?
Come, Mr. Holmes, is this really necessary?
I would not have asked otherwise.
Very well. He left me £40,000. But then, you see, I was Sir Charles's best friend.
Were there no other relatives?
No. Sir Henry is the last of the Baskervilles. That's why I'm so anxious to safeguard his interests.
Oh, very wise of you. One thing is certain, Sir Henry. On no account must you go down to Devonshire alone.
Oh, that's all taken care of. Dr. Mortimer's coming with me.
Dr. Mortimer will have his practice to attend to.
I can look after myself, Mr. Holmes.
I must impress upon you that I believe your life to be in some considerable danger.
Now, look, Mr. Holmes, if you attach so much importance to this, why don't you come down to Dartmoor with me today? You can pack a bag before the train leaves.
You're going today? I can't possibly leave town until the end of the week at least. Watson, you're free at the moment, aren't you?
Well, yes, I am. If you think I could do the job.
You're the very man for it. That's settled then. You'll go down with them. We'll keep in touch by telegram. Sir Henry, I am not a man to overestimate danger, but I must insist upon one thing. Under no circumstances are you to venture out onto the moor alone at night.
Oh, very well. As things have gone as far as this, I'll do as you say for the moment. But I'm not yet convinced that I need the services of a detective at all. Unless it's to help me find my other boots.
Sir Henry, keep perfectly still if you value your life. Move your head carefully.
I can't.
You must.
Leave it to me now, Holmes.
No, look after him.
Grab him off my coat.
lucky escape. But we must make certain never to be caught off our guard again.
You're suggesting that that thing was put in there deliberately?
The powers of evil can take many forms. Remember that, Sir Henry, when you're at Baskerville Hall. Do as the legend tells, and avoid the moor when the forces of darkness are exalted.